My name is Tyler Stosich, and I am 28. I was paralyzed in 2005 when I was at the age of 20 in a sparkler bomb, like firework explosion. Piece of metal went in the back of my neck and severed the spinal cord in there. So
Yeah. So I moved to Missoula, I think probably about 7 years ago. Just a student at the university, and then I moved into the Lewis and Clark apartments, which ended up being where Ty also lived. So we lived in the same building. I was up on the third floor, and he was on the first floor. So we kind of saw each other and talked a little bit that way, but I also drove bus for the university. So that was where, like, most of our interactions took place, and, like, he was just such an open person and so nice and easy to talk to that that was, I don't know, he was just pleasant to be around. And then that just kind of slowly developed into something more. So we've been together for 4 years now.
we didn't just want like a robot service dog that only does it. So we found a trainer in Billings that said, yeah, we can train your dog that when his vest is on, he's a service dog, and then when you take the vest off, he can just be a dog and do dog things. And I don't know. We got Barrett. He was 9 months old, and he does light switches really good. He likes to do that. He does doors, and like he'll grab stuff. If I pull up to something and tell him to look, he'll grab it for me, and it doesn't always end up where you want it to, but he'll drag it around, and he could move stuff. He's done that a few times for me. But then one thing that we started working with him right away, Kelly did. And Kelly's taught him a lot of this stuff too. We kept up on it, but he loves getting beer out of the beer fridge, and he's good at it too. But then he'll bring it to you and then go close the door too. Well, I originally went to college in Billings at the MSU College of Technology for painting cars. I got injured right after I got that degree, and now came over here to go to school here in Missoula in 2008, I think, and I graduated last May, 2013. Media arts. I've been doing some websites this summer and some graphic design for some different companies, but I've primarily worked for this stone art and tile company. There's a lot of different ways, but what works best for me is it's called a head tracker. It just shines an infrared field over your head. And I stick these little reflectors on the bill of my hats, and wherever I move the reflector, that shines the infrared back into the lens, and it reads wherever I move my head.
We have had the Honda for 2 years.
It'll be 2 years in February.
2 years in February, yeah. And that's been the best thing that's happened.
So it's obviously a huge change. I don't know. It's just like a big mental struggle to figure out if you even, if you're ever going to be able to do anything you did before, or, how people are going to react around you. And then you can't even imagine the future, really. It took several years to start feeling somewhat normal again. I try to stay real active still, and I know that keeps me positive.